What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time stopping in, thank you for joining me. In today's video, we are installing some parts from Harley Davidson that they quite literally give you no choice but to purchase if you want to install rear speakers on your new Harley Davidson, whether it's the saddlebag kit or a tour pack kit. So, let's jump in. Alright, you guys, as I was saying, if you go into your audio settings and you go to sound and you go down to your speaker setup, yes, you should be able to go to speaker configuration within your amp setup here and set up the rear speakers, because as it stands right now, if you go to speaker status, you only have the front two, you do not have the rear ones. You can test the front ones, they work, but the rear ones do not. They don't show up at all. Yes, they're wired in. There's no reason that they shouldn't be working. So, the best of my knowledge, I'm thinking that this amp that comes stock is a 2-channel for just the front speakers. And if you want to add saddlebag speakers, you have to purchase the Rockford Fosgate 500 watt amplifier. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments, but that's what I'm kind of coming to the conclusion of. So, let's jump right on into the boxes and see what we have. All right, so first up we have the amplifier. Rockford Fosgate, 500 watt. I'm sure if you actually meter it out, dyno it out, it would come to a lot less, but we always get that with these. Same with all of my boat audio stuff. So anyway, here we go. This should hopefully fix all of our problems, being that this is a 4-channel amp. So we're going to dig into this, figure out how to remove all of the front fairing stuff off the bike to get it installed. I wish that I would have gotten the bike cleaned up for you guys first, but this is all happening in real time since I thought that I could install the tour pack speakers and trying to get it all done before I go back to work. So that's that. Moving on, we have our speakers. Okay, here is our speaker grills. These things look really nice. These are the stage 2 speakers, so you get a black and chrome logo, which looks really, really good. Very nice.
They're nice.
And moving on to our speakers. As I said, these are our stage 2, so they have the different tweeters. And I know a lot of people are waiting for an aftermarket solution, and I don't blame you. I personally, though, actually really enjoy Rockford Fosgate products. I had Rockford Fosgate P3s in my Denali Duramax, and I run Rockford Fosgate tower speakers, the HLCDs. So I've had very good luck with the company, and I appreciate their products. So I am happy to run this on my bike. I'm not a huge audiophile anyways. A lot of times I use my helmet speakers, so this will be just fine for me. And here we have the rear tour pack speakers. These are the rear tour pack / front lower vent speaker size. They're specific for that. They're different than the saddlebag ones, but here you have the speaker grills and the stage 2 speakers themselves. Once again, 2 bridge mounted tweeters, really nice product. And we'll go ahead and get into throwing this on the bike. Alright, don't mind the current mess with the tour pack wiring. I'm still finishing this install up, which will be a separate video for you guys. But now I'm stuck doing the speaker and amplifier install to be able to go any further with this. So first thing you're going to want to do is remove your saddlebag and your side cover to pull out your 60 amp main fuse. You do not want to do any of this work with it still in place. So just pull your cover off. Your 60 amp main fuse is right here. Go ahead and pop that out. And your bike has no main fuse now. So first thing we're going to do is remove the speaker cover. And to do that, all we're going to need is a little pry tool here. No big deal. Just a couple of clips. So now to remove your speaker, it's just 4 T25s. Careful not to slip and hit your infotainment screen. So yeah, 4 T25s. no big deal there. And then it'll just be your positive and negative on the back of your speaker. And we're reusing the hardware, obviously. Installing the new speakers should really only take about 5 minutes for both sides. All right, all 4 bolts are out. Speaker slips right out. You have your positive and negative connections here. This white one is your positive, black is your negative or ground. Slip the spades off. Can't really mess that up because you've got one big one, one small one. Easy. This thing is a freaking cheap little piece of garbage. Even the seal is thin and BS. I mean, man. Wow, okay. These Rockford Fosgate ones, whether you like Rockford Fosgate as a company specifically or not, are going to be a huge upgrade over these stock ones. Alrighty, so these speakers are specific. With the instructions, it comes, there are some part numbers and whatnot, but this, the ending in 11 part number is your right speaker, so that's going to be going in like this. So we'll just go ahead and plug in the positive and negative. Don't forget this step, and then put it all back together. You'll be kicking yourself. Go ahead and slam these screws in, and one side will be done. Be very, very careful as you're screwing these in not to get sloppy and accidentally slip and tear your seal or your cone or anything like that. I have not done anything stupid like that in a very, very long time, but in junior high or high school, when I was building speaker enclosures for fun for subwoofers, I did have a mishap. It sucked, so just be careful. Really, really avoid that at all costs. All right, one side complete. So same thing over here. I'm not over tightening these. This is plastic on metal screws here, so you don't really need to worry about vibrating loose. The plastic kind of acts as its own Loctite on these screws. You really don't want to strip these out. You'll hear rattles, you'll have issues. So go easy on it. Go ahead and remove these 4 speaker grill screws. Now when you pull the speaker grill off, this also removes the speaker. It's all one swoop there. So just go ahead and slip it right on out. And we can go ahead and pop the positive and negative connectors. And that's all there is to it. These are the stock TCMT ones. They'll do the trick, but the stage 2 is definitely an upgrade. Alright, speaker fits good. I was a little bit worried about that, so that's good. And the Rockford Fosgate logo here, this guy, should go in. Got the logo down there. So first thing, we have a T27. That is a fairing hold, one on each side. There's one, and there's 2. We need to remove these little winglets, air deflectors, whatever you want to call them. They are also a T27, so we got 2 of them. Alright, so next up is removing the windshield and then the bolts that hold the windshield standoffs on. All right, windshield is off. Set that off to the side somewhere safe. And we'll keep moving here. So, let's see here. Yep, once again, it is a T25 for these three. Well, we'll figure out how this comes apart. Try not to break it. And 2 clips. So that is just 2 clips there. And that comes right off. I'm thinking now this should just slide right up and out of the way. Easy enough. And now it looks like we have 4 more probably T25s, and then this should be pretty close to coming off. Maybe something in the bottom, maybe not. All right, at this stage we should be pretty careful with our fairing because I really don't know how much is still holding this on. I can tell you how much is still holding this on. Absolutely nothing. This thing is going to come right off. Okay. Wow. That was actually really easy and well designed. I like that. Okay. Set this safe somewhere off to the side. This thing looks extremely goofy without it. And here is our stock amplifier. We're going to go ahead and be swapping this guy out. Quick and easy, 1 plug, and that's it. Then we can throw everything back together and make sure that the infotainment now recognizes the new speakers in the fairing and then also gives us access to rear speakers. So let's go ahead and pull this amp. So the amplifier is a T30. These 4 bolts. Now, as you recall, we have the 60 amp main fuse removed right now. You would not want to be doing any of this without removing it, especially when we get into unplugging a BCM, an ECM, anything like that. You really want the sensitive electronics like that to already be asleep when you go ahead and do things like that. So 4 bolts are out. Should just be able to lift this right up and unplug it. It's going to be a red tab here. Just push that out. Then you can push down on your connector here. Probably would have been smart to have done that while it was still bolted up, but that's okay. Press and give it a little jiggle. And it's out. There is our stock Harley Davidson amplifier. Partnered up with Rockford Fosgate, but this thing is a paperweight. Here are our amplifiers side by side. Not too much in size difference. It's a little bit thinner, the stock one. But other than that, weight-wise, this 500 watt is a little bit bigger, but obviously that's okay. So plug it in. Make sure not to bend any of the pins. Go nice and clean and straight. Get a good engagement there. You want to feel that click. There it is. Push the red pin back in. That retains that tab in place so you can't accidentally have it come undone. Make sure everything's happy where it's at. Good. And we can start with our reassembly. Very good. At this point, we can go ahead and turn the ignition on and make sure that everything works before we go putting anything further together. All right, 60 amp fuse is back in. We'll go to settings and we'll go to sound and we will go down to speaker setup. Yes. We will go to speaker status, speaker configuration. So speaker configuration, now we have access to saddlebag or tour pack, subwoofer, etc. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tell the upper fairing that it is a stage 2. and we're going to leave it at none on the saddlebags because I have not installed the wiring yet. So we'll go ahead and start the test. Pink noise will play through each amplifier channel. Identify which speaker the noise is coming from. Okay. Step 3, tap the speaker icon playing the noise. Step 4, if you hear no noise after 5 seconds, plus no sound button. Step 5, after setup is complete, turn the bike off for 60 seconds. Okay. Alright, so we hear that one coming from here. And now from here. Now what? No sound for channel 3. No sound for channel 4. Test complete. Turn bike off for 60 seconds. Alright you guys, I am here with my buddy Dan, and he has his Road Glide over as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play the audio on his Road Glide with the stock speakers and then my Stage 2 speakers to give you guys an idea of kind of the comparison. Then we'll go ahead, throw the tour pack on, and I'll give you the idea with all 4 speakers, Stage 2 Rockford Fosgate, what you can expect audio-wise. Yeah, it's like half.
Less.
Yeah. Well.
No, that's pretty bad.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and do a stage 2 to this thing as well. So. Alright you guys, so this is Tour Pack speakers, Stage 2 Rockford Fosgate, along with the fairing speakers. You guys, another hard transition coming from the garage, listening to the different audio clips of speakers, tour pack, etc. So we are back on my work week here on San Juan Island, and I was editing my video and I realized I did not have an audio clip of riding the bike behind the Harley Davidson 10-inch windshield of the audio. So I figured I'd throw the mic in the helmet with my GoPro and give you guys an idea of here's how loud my voice is. Here is 30, 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. This is what you can expect from these speakers. This is just fairing speakers. Tour pack is not on the bike this week. So it is kind of windy up here on this bluff. We are on the island. The water just comes blowing right on through. But good scenery, good audio. I mean, look at that. You got Mount Baker up there. Absolutely gorgeous. See foxes through here all the time. I mean, come on, guys. Wow. When it's not raining, this place is incredible. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fire up the music, and yeah, so that's full volume. Visor is down right now. All vents are closed.
so you guys heard at high speeds. Let's go ahead and bring it down here. So there's 50, 40. As you guys can see, it's plenty loud. I hear all these guys say, "Oh, it's quiet. It's not worth it." I disagree. I'm sorry. All right, here's visor open. And here we are coming down to the lighthouse on the other end of San Juan. Gorgeous day. As you can see, when you get this far north, we're parallel to Canada, 65 degrees, even though it's sunny. I mean, what do you do? Oh, look at all the deer. Oh, there's a fox right there. Alright, well, we got a little bit of GoPro life left, so I guess we'll go ahead and do a little bit of a speed run once we get past these deer. We're gonna get held up by this car, but Jesus, talk about actually held up by this car. As you guys can imagine, another thing you are very likely to see out here are whales. One of the neighboring islands to San Juan Island is Orcas Island, so they're up here every year. See them chasing seals, and it's quite the sight. I think here's as good a place as any to go ahead and do an outro with you guys.
All right, you guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap the video up here. Treat you guys to a little view. Absolutely gorgeous day, absolutely gorgeous bike. Then there's this guy. Anyways, I'm a mess. I forgot my gimbal and mic. I just got done with a 12-hour watch, so hopefully the audio quality is okay without that stuff. It's not windy, so it should be fine. Just a quick, recap of everything we've gone over. Install the speakers, the amplifier, the tour pack speakers, stage 2 Rockford Fosgate. In my opinion, I think they sound fantastic. I think they're loud. I think that they're clear. After 2 or 3 hours on the highway, I end up actually having to turn the volume down because my ears do start to hurt, and it's not the exhaust, it's not the load, going up a hill. It's listening to just constant speakers. They are loud. If you're off the bike, helmet off, it's loud, so you're sitting right in front of that. So in my opinion, more than enough. I couldn't see myself wanting more, so I highly recommend it to you guys. It's an easy install, as I showed you. I hope that you guys end up doing it and being satisfied with it, and I didn't steer you wrong. If you guys did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you do have more comments, questions, concerns, please leave them down below. I don't think there's anything to link in this one. Just, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll give you guys a quick little tidbit. That's going to be my next video. All right, catch you guys in my next off week.